All right, everyone ready to get started? You guys had your coffee? Some snacks? Yes, thanks to the guys over there at Inside Squared for that. They sponsored that for us. So I see new faces here, so I thought I'd put up a slide to say who I am. You guys also met my husband, Eric, who's upstairs checking everybody in. Oh, now he's down here. Hi, Eric. So we are the only husband and wife user group team that Salesforce has, so that's our random claim to fame. I'm Sharon Clardy, Director of Technology Solutions at Mount Washington College and a Salesforce MVP. And Eric is an independent contractor, self-employed, and also avid Salesforce lover. You can find us on Twitter. You can also find us on the Success community and on LinkedIn. Those are places that we're frequent often. So we have a number of sponsors that made this event happen. Dine, giving us this fantastic space. So this was a huge thanks, setting up the tables, and the AV guy Chris back there hooking us up with the mics and the TVs. So much appreciated. Inside Squared for the coffee and breakfast, keeping us all awake and chipper this morning, snowy Monday morning. And then Scribe, who's our vendor spotlight, will be doing a presentation to show their software and are sponsoring our Birds of a Feather lunch. This is the first time we're doing this, where we have lunch in addition to breakfast. And the tables over there will have different groupings where people can try and connect in a little bit more of a networking format. And then lastly, Granite State College. They came through with a videographer, say, hi, Scott. So now we'll actually be able, for the people who aren't able to make the user group, they'll be able to get the information as well. And also, we're hoping to pull a marketing kind of promo video about how great the user group is. So after the sessions and while the Birds of a Feather is going on, if anybody wants to give a little interview, short, 30 seconds, doesn't need to be anything too fancy about why you're here, why somebody new should come, or if you're a partner, why it would be great to sponsor a user group, we'd love to hear from you. So I want to offer Inside Squared to come out for just a couple minutes. Oh, she was trying to get coffee.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having us here at your user group. Thanks, Sharon, for allowing us to come. We really appreciate the opportunity. My name is Heather Mason. I'm the channel manager at Insight Squared. Just a quick check. How many of you guys have heard of Insight Squared before? Nice. How many of you guys know what we do? Okay, big difference, nice. The quick overview is Insight Squared is about a 3-year-old startup company out of Cambridge. Really the mission of the company is to bring robust sales and marketing analytics to the small to mid-sized business. So we all know enterprise companies have a lot of tools and resources at their hands to really help pull data out of their Salesforce instance and make actionable business decisions. But that's not always available to the smaller and mid-sized companies. So we provide an out-of-the-box custom solution that will help you do that. So all the information that you're storing in Salesforce can easily report on with Insight Squared. Glad to give you more information if you want to stop by our booth. We've got a bunch of people over there. Guys, just wave. They would love to tell you more. I'm also responsible for the partner channel at Insight Squared, so if there's any consultants out there that are interested in learning more from a partnership perspective, glad to do that. And we also are giving away a Kindle, so if you want to drop your business card in on the way out, we'll be pulling a drawing for that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. So for the agenda today, I've already checked some stuff off, which is great. I love being able to have a to-do list and already start ahead of the game. So opening remarks, I'll go over a couple of items, some housekeeping, some information, and some polling of you guys to kind of break the ice a little bit. And then we'll turn it over to Scribe. We'll show their amazing solution. And then we have 2 users who are presenting. One is Garrett, who's going to kind of go over how he viewed Dreamforce this year, some insights that he had, and then hopefully get some polls from you guys on what you liked about Dreamforce, get some audience participation. We have some roaming mics that are going to go around, so feel free to be vocal. We don't have to all just sit here and listen to me talk. And then Marty, who is a fellow Salesforce MVP, is going to go over some highlights from Spring 14, and hopefully also hear from you guys on what features you guys are looking forward to most. And then we'll close it out and go have some grub. So one of the things I wanted to highlight, as you guys can look around, this is actually a pretty big group here today. I've been doing the user group for Salesforce here for about 18 months. The first meeting, who was here? First meeting. Yeah, you see there's not very many hands because we had 13 people register and 7 show up. So a little bit smaller than what we have today. So you can see we have exponential growth meeting over meeting. Even just a year ago where we were upstairs, Dine has also had enormous amount of growth because this whole downstairs didn't even exist a year ago. We've had almost 50% growth from there. So where we'll be next year, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing where we can go. Is Stephanie here? Stephanie? No, not that Stephanie. Although you could, yeah, I know. Trats, it's not your picture. Stephanie sits in the back. So I was shocked when I put Eric and I put the registration form up. We were kind of trickling in, and I was like, all right, maybe we'll get to the same number of registration for last, because I'm a little bit competitive. I like to always be better. When all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, registrations just started flooding in. We got to 150. I was like, that's a huge milestone. 150 registrations for a tech event on a Monday morning in New Hampshire in the winter. So Stephanie is the winner of a very exciting, limited edition Salesforce User Group mousepad. But so I'll have to connect with Stephanie offline to make sure she can get that. So I wanted to just get a feel for the audience. So, I get when you guys register, there's ticket types. We could say who's a user, who's a developer, who's a partner. But, get a feel for the room for who actually showed up. So who here is an end user? You're not an admin, you're not a developer. All right, good stuff. Who here is an admin or developer? It's a little bit bigger crowd. What about ISV partners and consultants? All right, for you ISV partner and consultants, how many of you, when you registered, then informed your clients that were local to the area about the user group? All right, there was not as many hands, guys. So one of the things that I ask, Eric and I are very Salesforce ecosystem friendly. I believe that one of the benefits of Salesforce as a platform is the ecosystem of partners, but this is still a user group. So we'll happily have vendors and consultants come here, but we just ask that you also inform your users, because I am shocked week after week when I meet new people and they have no idea the user group even exists. So that's why we have some new faces here, and I'd love to see new faces next time. What about the industry that you're in? I know this time around there's a bit of higher ed in the room. People who are in higher ed, raise your hands. See, at the first event, I don't think we had anybody from higher ed, or maybe Doug in the back. Marty, you were higher ed at the time, right? What about technology? Who works for a technology company? Financial? Well, you need to start talking to people. What about an industry? Anybody shout out an industry that I didn't mention? Insurance? Med device? All right. That'll give you some good ideas of different companies, maybe to talk, talking to Salesforce reps, see, what other companies in those industries are using Salesforce, so that you guys also have people to connect with. So that gives, that information kind of gives us some good insight. I'm a bit of a data geek. I love information, I love surveys, but really what I love out of it is to actually make it actionable. So after each event, we put out a survey. You guys should get it probably within 24 hours. So, by Monday, or by end of day today, or maybe Tuesday morning. A survey, it's short, it's like 10, 11 questions. And the 3 questions that are really most important to me, plus the comments, is overall, what did you think of the event? So for the last event we did, which was over at US First, 82% said it was excellent or very good. That's fantastic. That's a good number. But again, I'm competitive, so next time I want it to be higher. And if it's not higher, then I want to know why. So if you're a person who doesn't say this event is excellent or very good, I really do want some constructive criticism back on what it would do to be better. How can we improve? And then we'll action that. The same for, would you recommend this event to a friend or colleague? We're kind of fun. I think we're having fun. So you should want to recommend the event. And if you don't, we want to know why. And then lastly, I'm a lifelong learner. Learning is what I do for fun. I love learning new things, and I want everybody in this room to be able to walk out of here learning something new. And if that doesn't happen, then I would love to know what it is you want to learn about. So we're adding a new question to the survey to ask that very question. What partners do you want to see present, and what topics would you like to have user presenters on? Now with that comes the caveat that I bet you everyone in this room has something useful to share to the user group, that you could come up on this stage and present something that somebody's going to learn from. But we do not get a lot of volunteers to come up on the stage and present. And it's fun. There's lights, microphone, PowerPoint. It's good stuff. So please think about that and think, is there something that your organization or you have done with Salesforce that could be interesting to your peers? Look around the room. People are interested in learning, so what do you have to share? And I'd love to hear about that. Now, before we jump over to Scribe, we have Dave Hall, who is here somewhere. You're hiding. Just wanted to invite Dave up for a minute. Salesforce has a new initiative that they launched at Dreamforce, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
It was at Dreamforce, correct.
There you go. Dave's going to tell us about it.
Yes. Good morning. My name's Dave Hall. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Kona Data Search, local right here in Nashua, New Hampshire. So we've started a new initiative. In fact, Salesforce has. It's called the Partner User Group. Or did you really put a picture of a dog up there?
I did put a picture of a pug.
Okay, so first of all, that is not a sponsored dog. Okay, it's not branded with the Salesforce Cloud logo or anything like that. So partner user groups are basically ISV partners. How many ISV partners do we have here, including our friends over here in the corner? Okay, so along with Financial Force, that's great. Anybody else? Not SIs. This is partners. Now, you bring up a good point though. Salesforce is also looking to put together groups for the system integrators, okay? And you're going to hear more about that. But right now, it's strictly just the independent software vendors. We've had Insight Squared as well, so thanks for joining us. And maybe Scribe can join us as well. But just wanted to keep people posted. If you do have a development company or you're looking to develop an app, talk to me, and we're going to get together about once every other month. So appreciate the time, and thanks for coming out today. Thank you. There you go.
Thanks, Dave.